What's up, CW fans? Welcome back to another episode of Learning Numbers in Morse Code. Today we're going to learn two more numbers, which are the numbers 2 and 4. So it was brought to my attention that the number 2, I was talking about 73 in our first video, and sometimes folks will send 72 instead of 73. And I thought that was a Parks on the Air thing, but it is actually been told to me that it's a QRP thing. So we're going to do the number 2 and kind of couple it with the number 7. So we'll do 7 and 2. So let's start out with the number 2, and we're going to do it on my N3ZN paddle here, which I'm going to use throughout our numbers series. And the number 2 sounds like this. That's the number 2. Sounds a little bit different than the number 3. That's the 2 again. Sounds different than 3. So let's run them both together at 18 words a minute. Right, so you can really tell the difference there. So the number 2 sounds like that. A little dit there. That's a 2. So let's see what this 72 sounds like, which, I do hear during POTA activations, and, it's told to me that, they might be QRP actually, and it's really a QRP function. So let's do 72. So there's 72. Let's see what 73 sounds like. So you can definitely tell the difference. We'll do a 72 and then a 73 at 18 words a minute and see if we can see the difference. That's 72. There's 73. That's a 2. So what about 52? So what is it? Was that a 52? Let's do that again. That was a 53. I want to see if anyone caught that. Let's do a real 52. So there's a 52. So that's our 2. Okay, we like the number 2. 2 is pretty cool. We also want to introduce the number 4. That sounds like this. And some folks, when they see it on paper, like written with dots and dashes, might think that, wow, that's pretty close to a V. But let's listen to what a V sounds like as in Victor. Much shorter, right? And let's contrast that with the number 4. It's kind of lumbering along almost. So let's do a V4 if we can. Let's do it at normal speed. Kind of almost sounds similar, but there is some distinct differences. Let's do a number 4 a couple of times just to get it solid in our mind. All right, what was that? Threw that one at you right at the last minute. Thought I'd want to mix it up. Let's do a couple of 4s, and let's throw that last one in there again. Whoops, that was a mistake. All right, how about that? What was that last one? That was a 3, right? So that's the number 3. So let's send, maybe the temperature is 34 degrees. Let's see what that sounds like. Whoops, little finger problem here. That's what happens when you're doing too much Morse code. Your fingers start to cramp up, especially when you get to be, a little bit older. So let's do 34 again. So there's 34. It's 34. So you might send some RSTs like 5, 4, 9, right? So that would be somebody's signals mid-range, kind of okay, right in the middle. Let's send a 5, 4, 9 as an RST. Yeah, remember that 9, right? Yeah, one of our favorite numbers, 9. Well, it's one of mine because it's in my call sign. So let's do a 5, 4, 9 one more time. So there's 5, 4, 9. Now I guess maybe a really bad RST might be like 2, 4, 9, right? I've heard some pretty rough RST signal reports out there, especially with some of the Summits on the Air folks. Maybe they've got it, unoptimized antennas and stuff like that. So I've seen it and I've heard it. So let's do like a 2, 4, 9. See what that sounds like. So it's a 2, 4, 9. One more time. So there you go. Now, as always, we'll probably encounter numbers quite often in call signs. So let's see what maybe an N2 call sign would sound like. Let's do an N2 really quick. There you go. Let's do like a N2 Papa or Papa Kilo. Let's do N2 Papa Kilo. There's N2 PK, right? Now how about 4? Let's do like a W4. Let's see what if we can remember what a W sounds like. So there's W4, right? There we go. So W4. Let's do a W4 ARK, for example. All right, was that W4 ARK? What was that last letter? If you can recall and just let your memory think about what that sounded like, that sounded more like an N, right? So let's do that again. W4 ARK or W4 ARN. Let's do an ARN. There's W4 ARN. Now let's do a W4 ARK. Let's get used to hearing that 4. K, right? So there's the number 4, which does sound different than a V. The V is almost a little bit more compact sounding, like V for victory. Sometimes you'll hear that at the start of a Morse Code series, training series. I'm not sure why they do that, but they'll do a triple V, which sounds way different than the number 4. It's like bub. And then we've got our number 2. I almost sent a number 3. I had number 3 in my head, but I did send a 2. No, there was a 3. So let's do a 2-3. Michael Jordan, famous basketball player here in Chicago. So we're having fun playing with numbers today. So let's do a 2 and a 7. There you go. So there's a 2 and a 7. And let's wrap it up by running through all the numbers that we know now, which is 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow, we know 2, 3, 4, 5. We know 7, 9, and 0. So we've got 7 numbers in. So let's do all of them in sequence. Okay, did you get all those? Let's maybe mix it up a little bit and see. I'm not going to say what the numbers are, and let's see if you can figure them out as I send them. Okay, I hope that wasn't too fast. Again, instant character recognition. Try to shout it out as fast as you can as soon as you think you know what that number is. If you're driving down the street listening to this, hopefully you're not watching. I purposely make these so that there's really nothing to watch other than my hand on a key, which is super boring. So this is meant for audio and listening. So shout them out as fast as you can right when you figure out what it is. For example, do these 3 numbers right now. Right? So was that a 2, 5, and a 9? Hopefully you were able to shout them out quickly and, do that instant character recognition. Let's do 3 more. Okay, how about that? That was a 0, 4, and a 2. So that completes this video. We're going to do 2 more numbers on the next video. Of course, these are cumulative, so hopefully you'll watch them in order, and we'll add some more to our number portfolio. So it's pretty exciting times, learning all the numbers. Again, we're going to be using numbers when we are in rag chews talking about our ham radio and model numbers. I might have an 857, or I might have an FT101, or a Kenwood TS2000. We might talk about the weather, like temperature. So we'll send about what the temperature might be. We might do some, like real RST numbers, like a 259, for example. So numbers are very important, and they are also in every single call sign in ham radio. So numbers is fun. Numbers are fun. Numbers is fun. Numbers are fun. And look for you on the next lesson. CW on, my friends.